Okay. I actually recorded this once already, and I'm redoing it because I could feel myself being inauthentic and like holding myself to try and be relatable, and also be like auditing myself to not say the wrong thing. But if I say the wrong thing, I would hope that somebody would just correct me instead of treating me like I'm a villain. So this is episode 2, guys. Sorry, it's as if we were to start. Hope you guys are doing well. But I was just aggressive with myself because I need to be. I'm a very lustful uh, and lonely person. Um, and pairing that with like low self confidence is not fun. Um, I get confidence in a lot of the worst situations. Situations that boost my ego instead of put me in self or put me in flow, I guess. Or I guess I'm in flow, but it's a different story. Basically, unless I feel present, I don't really feel confident. And so I had a conversation the other day with 2 friends. One of them was a girl, and she was telling a story about how her friends tried to hook her up with one guy, and then that guy just ended up not, doing it for her. I guess he had said some kind of weird stuff and whatnot. And then there was this other guy who was like way more attractive. He was funny, and they ended up going off and doing something. And in listening to that, one, I became super self-centered. I love how I made it all by myself because in my head I'm just like, that's that FI boy. But I just was like hyper insecure. Everything she was saying about this guy that she had chose over the other guy, I was like, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. And I was just like, my insecurities began to pile. And I began to resonate with this guy who she had explicitly said was cringe. And I'm pretty confident I wouldn't operate like, but like, I just resonated with him. And that's super, super weird. And I don't even like this girl like that. Like, she's attractive, but it's just like, I don't like her like that. But I guess I just want abundance without really like declaring it, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know, though, like, because I do know. I just, yeah. But yeah, I'm lonely, dude. I think a lot of guys are. I think a lot of people are, but I think other people are just dealing with it in better ways. I think I had a friend the other day who told me she was like, why I gotta worry about a man when I can get my money up? And I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's like, money ain't gonna fill you just as a man ain't gonna fill you. And I feel like you keep chasing these avenues to chase these avenues. You know, like, it's got to start with inner confidence. And I have confidence. I've had moments when I'm confident. And even in those moments of confidence, it's not always competitive. Just sometimes it's always focused on everyone else making me confident. Like, when I hit a dance move that I know I'm like, oh, everyone's going to look at me if I do this because it's hard. Like, I went out the other night and I was in this really weird flux of being like, do I be confident or do I be authentic or not? Because if I be authentic, then I'm going to dance like I always do. And I'm actually a really good dancer. I'm very confident in my dancing. The issue is I don't want everyone staring at me. Because I don't want to do this for some sense of validation. I want to do it because it's what I want to do. And I just ended up overthinking and not doing anything, stayed for an hour and left. Like, I went out dancing to hang out with my friends, who I didn't even get to really hang out with because they left soon too. And then I didn't drink or do anything. I was just like, I'm just going to be me. But I was like, being alone inside that area was just like uncomfortable. And I tried many times to make myself present. I really guess I just probably didn't try hard enough because I was still in my head. And I just didn't. So yeah. Sorry, but back to like lust. I crack myself up sometimes. Yeah, dude, like, I crave physical and emotional intimacy with the person I'm attracted to. And I wonder if that's because I think it'll fill this thing in me. Or if I want it, probably, like, it still probably holds this idea that I'll be validated enough by this other person. Like, my ex loved me, dude. Loved me hard. And whether it was true, like, in love or whatever, that was a person who took care of me and, like, loved me. And I let all that go. One, because I truly don't think we were necessarily compatible. Even though she was one of the most amazing people ever. And then two, because of my own ego, because I wanted to do my own thing. And I let that get in the way of, like, being real. Which is a whole nother story. Anyways. But, yeah, it felt good. It felt good to have someone loving you like that. And I still want that. And it's funny because the girl, I don't, did I say the story earlier? I don't even remember if I said the story earlier. I'm sorry. I'm just talking right now. But the girl that told the story about the other guy and stuff like that, I don't even like that girl like that. Like, she's the homie, but I wanted something. I was just jealous to be jealous. I was just envious to be envious because I want someone to, the way that she looked at the one guy who was attractive and they hit it off and they did this and then I want someone to look at me like that. I want that. And I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of, especially guys when I talk to. And so I understand how so many men get sucked into red pill, which I think has like grains of truth, but isn't like, it's not fully solidified. I think we should be worried that, not that women want to be independent, but that they see independence as like, we can't be independent together, because they perceive it's either codependency or independent. And it's like, no, you guys can lovingly be independently dependent. I know that sounds controversial, or not controversial, but like counterintuitive, but it's a real thing. I can be an independent person who loves myself and also like not be dependent on you for the sense of like to fill that hole in me, but a dependency of like, trust in a relationship. That's good. I think people want that. And I think men now are just looking for the steps and ways to get it. And I don't have the answers. I don't really know. I just know I'm lonely, and I want to be more self-confident, more present, and I'm scared that I'm doing that because I just want, I'm hoping that'll bring people more traction to me. But hopefully I just really can't live with myself like this, and I really just want this. I really just want to be confident. I think a lot of people do. I think that's the deep, deep thing. We could say we want to be confident so it can bring apart these other things, but once we really reach true confidence, you don't really need those things anymore. And I know this, and that's why I'm trying to apply it more and more. But as I am right now, yeah, like I've been on social media, and I am trying to get off social media because I look at women with a lustful eye, and I don't want to do that. Not even just lustful in the sense of like, dang, that girl's fine, she's sexy. I definitely do that, and that sexual, physical temptation comes. But beyond that, just the temptation of like, this girl's really, really attractive, and she's not attracted to me, and that hurts. Because I'd love to be with this person. There's a girl who I don't even really know if we're compatible, if we're open enough to even have that, or if she's open enough to have a real relationship in some way. And there's definitely been turnoffs in our conversations. But she's pretty cool. The issue just always becomes, am I doing it for the right reasons? Like, do I just like the idea that she likes me? Or that she has said things like that in the past? Or do I like really, really, really like her? And if I'm honest, I probably really don't. Like, she's beautiful. I've physically and emotionally lusted over her. She's a great friend, but I don't, there's definitely other people and other preferences that I'd have that she'd have to meet. But dude, when we talk like that, like there was another girl that was texting the other day, and like I think she like, I don't think she likes me, but I think like I give her the fix of like a guy that gives her attention, so she gives me attention in return, and it's very transactional, and I know that, and that's why I'm not entertaining it as much anymore. But I was heavily yesterday. I should say any more than I say it was yesterday. But I was, because it made me feel good, and yeah, like, it's hard. This is not easy, basically. I'm struggling. I want love and stuff like that, but I know I'm doing it for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. So yeah, that was the episode, I guess. I just wanted to be honest about that. You guys aren't my therapist, and I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make it sound like you guys were. If you guys relate, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I have a concert coming up March 23rd at the Crowfoot Verner's Room, Pontiac, Michigan. Come out, talk with me, relate to me more. We can be honest together.